So I've been watching some Bleach AMVs, mostly just for the music, but it's actually got me thinking, like, where does, like, Ulquiorra from Bleach rank versus the other Espada? Because you think about it, he says Aizen has not seen this form, right? When he talks about Segunda Etapa, which is the thing that always gets people very hooked up on. You can say, well, Resurrection Ulquiorra is not as powerful as Resurrection, Stark, Haribel, or Barragan, which is fair enough. That's how they've been ranked. But with the addition of Segunda Etapa, where the fuck does that fit in, right? And I think it's a very interesting debate. You look at it, and it's a case of, well, what actually is the answer? And a lot of people are saying, well, Aizen knew about it, which I will fully agree. I will say Aizen definitely knew about Segunda Etapa. There's no way he didn't. Aizen's not that stupid, right? But people saying, oh yeah, he knew about it and ranked accordingly. I don't think so, right? Because I'm just on, apparently there's an anime stack exchange. For a minute I thought it was Reddit, but no, it's an anime stack exchange. And they're talking about it, and they're saying, well, Aaron Carr have only been around for like a year at most, pretty much. Like a year, couple of years, nothing major, right? You look at it, like, realistically, and they said, it's like, it is Shikai and Bankai. That is the way that this scales, and yeah, I will totally agree with that. But I think the one thing that I've seen other people say is, Aizen, knew about Segunda Etapa and ranked accordingly. I don't think so. I think he knew about Segunda Etapa and then ranked accordingly based on what everyone else would be. Because you think about it, it is Bankai. Ulquiorra's very fast to get to Bankai, that's fair enough. Imagine how powerful a Stark Segunda Etapa is. That is so powerful. And a Yami Segunda Etapa, oh my god, that would be like if Ichigo and Kenpachi had a child, or hell, Yachiru and Kenpachi had a child. This is like Yachiru, like Unohana Yachiru. That if those two had like a child and it was like pure spiritual pressure, that would be what Yami would be like. You would need both Kenpachis and Ichigo and probably Byakuya just as well to take that fucker down. You would seriously need that. And when I say Ichigo, I mean like full hollow Ichigo, potentially true Bankai Ichigo. I reckon true Bankai Ichigo would be able to give Yami a run for his money just because, fighting Yuha. But to be fair, when you look at it scaling-wise, Yuha specifically went in to Huecamundo to take on Haribel. Is that a case of he wanted to do that himself? Or is that a case of she's so powerful, only I can do it? I don't think it's a case of she's so powerful, only I can do it. I think it's a case of, Thanos, if you want something done right, do it yourself. I think that's the case. Anyway, I've gotten severely off track, though. Where would Ulquiorra actually scale? Like I said, I think what Aizen's done is he said, okay, so Ulquiorra's achieved Segunda Etapa, he's basically achieved Bankai. That's fair enough. The others aren't really far behind. They've only been doing this for a year. For them to have a resurrection is good, because, Shikai's almost immediate. Like, you start off with a... fuck, I had the name for a minute. You start off with an Asayuchi, you give it its form, you get a Shikai. That's fair enough, whatever. That is your thing. You have Sealed, you have Shikai, you have to work for Bankai. Fuck off. Sorry, there are insects. Yeah, you have to work for Bankai. Ulquiorra's worked and achieved Bankai. I'm going to use Bankai and Shikai instead of, Resurrection and Segunda Etapa, because, blah, 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 blah. It's just a lot of words. And, whatever. I think he said, okay, so when Stark, Haribel, and Barragan and Yami all achieve Segunda Etapa, they're going to scale roughly to about that, which would scale them like this. And it's just so happened that they quite nicely match up, obviously, with their current, resurrection levels of power. That Yami twist, though, the fact that he's 10, it's like, I never said it was from 1 to 10. That was just fucking... I mean, Yami is the most powerful? I don't like that. I don't like the idea of Yami being the most powerful Aaron Carr. Espada, even. I've been saying Aaron Carr, I meant Espada. I don't like the idea of Yami being the most powerful Espada. I think... Well, no, I think, obviously, the Espada rankings are based on power, not how dangerous they are. Like, you look at someone like Ulquiorra versus Haribel, I would say Ulquiorra is, like, more dangerous. He's not as powerful as Haribel, I will grant you that, but he's more dangerous, definitely. Like, so much more. Especially once he gets into Segunda Etapa, because that regen is nuts. That's the thing though, like, if you look at it, like, if you said, okay, rank it up, well, Haribel, I reckon, if you took them right now, like, everything as it is, a Resurrection Haribel versus, Segunda Etapa Ulquiorra, no contest pretty much, I'd say Ulquiorra would win. There is almost, it would be close. It would be a hard fought battle, but Ulquiorra would win. It would be, who's an appropriate scaling? I think, potentially you could compare it to, who could you compare it to? I guess Ichigo versus Renji from season 3? From series 3? I reckon it would compare to about that. And then you'd have Baragon versus Ulquiorra. That would probably be something a bit more like Kenpachi versus Ichigo or Byakuya versus Ichigo. I'm speaking pure outcome, because, I mean, we all know if, they've both gone hard right from the start, Byakuya would just wipe the floor with Ichigo. That's just the way it would have worked. And then, that's just, it would have been like that. But the outcome-wise, it would have been basically both of them are pretty much dead. When you look at it, though, and you say, Baragon's so OP, he ages everything. Well, no, he ages organic stuff. And then you look at, like, Ceros and stuff, like, he doesn't age spiritual pressure or air or Ceros or anything like that, which makes sense. You can't age a Kamehameha wave. It doesn't work. It doesn't have an age. It's like, oh, wow, the air particles have been in existence for longer. Wow, what are they going to do? Suddenly explode? It doesn't work that way. So yeah, I reckon if Ulquiorra, because Ulquiorra's smart. Ulquiorra's a smart cookie. He can, if he hangs back, a couple of Lansdale Rampage? I gotta look this up now. However the fuck you said it, that was it. Lanza del Relampago? I don't know. If he, loses like 3 or 4 of them off, Baragon's pretty much fucked. That's kind of how it's going to work. Like 3 or 4 of them, a couple of Cerro Oscuros. I mean, that's the thing though, you look at it and you say, well, I don't know, Baragon can just age him. But he had, okay, Lanza del Relampago, cut off your own fucking arm that he's just started aging. It'll grow back. That bit of your arm will carry on aging. This bit will be fine, because we saw that work with Soifon, right? That part of her arm started aging. She cut it off about there-ish, didn't she? Right? She cut her arm off there. Stopped. Didn't affect the rest of her. That's Ulquiorra can do that and then regen his arm. So it's not going to work. Obviously, the thing you say, well, Baragon, would know this and he would just aim for the internal organs. He wouldn't know that, because that's the Segunda Etapa thing, as far as I can tell anyway. Because he didn't get to see Ichigo, beat the shit out of him in regular Resurrection. I reckon versus Yami, Ulquiorra's probably got that. It would be a sit back, throw a few Lanza del Relampago. It would be that sort of thing. Cerro Oscuro sit back and just beat the shit out of him from a distance. Because if you look at it, Yami's powerful, but he's not dangerous. He's like Kenpachi with 0 skill. Like, I think personally I'd rather fight Yami than someone like Stark or Segunda Etapa Ulquiorra. I mean, I would almost say I'd rather take on Yami than, like, Nanorita, but Nanorita's funky. He's dangerous, but there's a big old but there, so there's that. Okay, what else? I think the Stark versus Ulquiorra, that would that would come down to luck more than anything. It would be a case of who can get more hits in just by pure luck. But you think about it, Ulquiorra, he has no weaknesses, pretty much. He has no weaknesses really other than, being stabbed through the heart, and that'll kill pretty much anyone. Think about it, he's fast, he hits hard, he's not a glass cannon, well he is a glass cannon, but his glass cannonness is, negated by the fact that he can regenerate bits of himself. That's your glass cannon, but oh wait, I can regrow. It's not really a problem. The thing is, you have to just hit him as many times as you can until you get an internal organ or the head. That's how it works. So it would basically come down to luck between Stark and Seguntra Atapa Ulquiorra. There is no other way that it would go. Anyway, I finished ranting for 10 minutes about that, 11 minutes about that. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video.